Hello, my name is Richard Golden. I'm the founder of bleedcancer.org, and today I'm going to show you how to make a green smoothie. One of the beautiful things about this is everybody's usually in a hurry in the morning, so this is really a great way to substitute something for your breakfast, and it's relatively easy to make, actually, quicker than making scrambled eggs. Anyhow, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the ingredients here for our green smoothie. I'm going to use about a half of Granny Smith apple, roughly a cup, maybe a little bit more cup of kale. I have frozen strawberries. I would say it's about a cup's worth there, and I have roughly a cup and a half of spinach. Now, the importance of this in your diet is, first of all, kale is a super anti-cancer food. It has over 200% of your dietary requirement for vitamin A, well over 100% of vitamin C, so you don't have to worry about taking those supplements that generally don't really absorb very well into your body. This is a naturally occurring vitamin C, and this is very, very low in fat too. As a matter of fact, this much kale has less than 1% of your dietary requirement for fat. And then the spinach, of course, is very rich in vitamin A, about 70% of your dietary requirement, and about 1/4 of your dietary requirement for vitamin C. So we've got those two vitamins covered. Also, it's very rich in iron. It gives you about 20% of what you need. One of the things that you don't see on the nutritional labels that is very, very important are, number one, is the amount of chlorophyll, which is a life-giving food, which is very abundant in the green vegetables, and of course the living enzymes. Now, I'll leave that up to you to do the research on this. Really, all I want to do is show you how to make a delicious, nutritious, and healthy green smoothie. So, again, the ingredients are going to be about a cup and a half of spinach, cup and a half of kale, roughly a cup of strawberries. You could use raspberries, blueberries, mulberries. Stick in the berry types of fruits. I would stay away from the bananas and some of the sweeter apples. That's why I chose the Granny Smith, because of their high glycemic index. Also, the berries, like strawberries and blueberries, are very, very rich in antioxidants, naturally occurring antioxidants, I might add. And we're going to put in a little bit of water to get this thing moving. I like to add a little bit of stevia, so I'll show you what I do there. And I also add a little bit of vegan protein powdered mix for that little extra protein booster for the days that I'm going to do some vigorous exercise. So with that, let's get started. The first thing I like to do is to take about a 1/4 cup of water to get this started. Okay. Now, I have like a $20–25 blender here, so you don't have to have the $300 or $400 Vitamix. If you do have the Vitamix, you can just throw everything in all at one time and blend away. But since I have the cheaper version here of a Vitamix, I have to kind of enter the ingredients a little slower. So what I found is that if you put a little bit of water in and you put your greens in first before you put in some of your frozen things like the strawberries or blueberries or whatever you're going to put in, it mixes much, much better and tend not to blow out your mixer. So anyhow, I'm going to add about half of this kale, okay, and about half of this spinach, and it's going to get a little noisy, and I'm going to keep the film running here, okay. Sometimes you got to stop it and push it down a little bit. Be very careful. I realize this is loud. We'll try to do something on that when we actually put the video on the website. Wait a little bit. Push it down in. Now I'm trying to go through this whole step and process just to show you really what it does take to make this happen in the morning, and it's not as difficult as some people might say. Okay, I'll take this out real quick and show you. but you can kind of see that nice green, delicious mess in there. Okay. You kind of have to get used to how much water you want to put in. I'm going to put a little bit more water in. And I'm going to put in the rest of my kale. I'll blend this up, and then I'll put in the rest of my spinach. Okay, now the rest of my spinach. And a little bit of water. And again, you got to kind of feel it out as to how much water you think you need. When I add the apples, they'll add some more juices. Okay, this time I'll plop in some of the apples. Okay. I'll plop them all in and see how it goes. Now it is kind of a thick, creamy texture to it there. So you can add a little bit more water. I'm going to put in my little dash of stevia. I use pure stevia extract. Okay, this is the equivalent of what would be like maybe 1 teaspoon of sugar, kind of to sweeten that up for me a little bit, because I have a sweet tooth. At this point I add, this is my protein powdered mix. So put maybe 1 or 2 spoonfuls of that in there. Okay. And another splash of water. Okay, and I'll put in some of the strawberries. This is the important part. When you put in the strawberries or any of the berries that you have frozen, especially in a non-Vitamix mixer like I have, you got to put them in a little bit at a time. Some more of the strawberries. Ooh, look at that. Get that little frosty coming off there. And I'll add the rest of my strawberries. We have, let me get a spoon here. I don't want to miss out on any of the green stuff. Yeah, I know what you're thinking when you look at this green stuff, but believe me, it's good for you. Okay? And that's kind of what it looks like. I don't know how well you can see that. Take that, and then of course we pour it in here. It comes out kind of like a milkshake. This is about a 12-ounce glass. I made about 16 ounces worth. And now you're ready to indulge. Good stuff and good for you.